Good evening and welcome to hashtag Wacko Wednesday. My name is Autumn and this is my husband Richard. We go live here on our YouTube channel every Wednesday evening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. You can also find us on our other channel, the Weathers channel, where we go live every Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. We're cold. Oh, look at you.
I want to look like you. We gotta stop that.
We are freezing in our house right now because we've dipped into a cold front and
it is not that cold.
And we haven't turned the heat on because the temperature's going back up this weekend, and I'm like, oh, we can make it through, but y'all know my cold hand. I am suffering today, So yes.
With your cold hand.
Yes.
There's remedies.
Jackie's here, says, well, I thought I would be joining, but someone decided to hit a poll. So no dinner or shower and maybe no stream. We'll see. And to which she said, the power's out on the whole street because someone else hit a poll. Not her.
Not her.
Yeah, I was just like, you need to specify. I was you're messaging us from a car accident right now? Like, what?
That's literally what I thought. You hit a pole? Like, I'm hurt, but I'll try to get on tomorrow.
Have you seen that TikTok? No. There's literally a TikTok of a guy that said, I just got in a car accident. If you're wondering if the radio still plays after you get a car accident, it does. And then he put it to the radio and it was like playing a Drake song. He was legit in I was like, oh my God. He was like, don't worry. I've already called the police. I'm just waiting on them to get here. And someone commented like, I love this generation.
Yeah, apparently
so. Be in a car accident.
Apparently so.
Hoopness here says, good evening, Warwick family. Most awesome weather. Happy Hump Day. Oh, Jen says happy Hump Day, everyone. Hope you had a good one. I did have a good one. So Swilson's here, says hello, everyone. Plate River Keto is here, says good evening, everyone. That's what I'm going to call it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it from now on. Brian's here, says great evening to the splendiferous Whack fam. Thank you for making me read that. Hope everyone had an abso-freaking-lotely awesome day. Let the festivities commence. Tip of the cap to you.
Okay.
Y'all got a lot of energy tonight.
Yeah.
That was a lot going on there. Chris is here, says hi there, people. Hi, Chris Beer. How you doing?
There's Christopher.
Gigi's here, says good evening, Mr. and Mrs. How was your day? It was amazing.
It was absolutely wonderful.
Cold though, I'll tell you that. Brenda's here, says hello from Fern Creek. Hello, Brenda.
Hey,
Teresa's here, says good evening, friends. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Yes. Oh, Jeray's here, says good evening. Happy Wacko Wednesday with the dancing lady. She's here, says good evening to all the weathers, and all the wacky weathers watchers. Hope everyone is doing well. Good to see everyone. Good to see you too.
I remember her.
Oh, Joray, I wanted to tell you,
Mary
one of my friends from college has a rental property. He lives here in Kentucky, actually Southern Indiana. Mm-hmm. They have a rental property in Commerce City, Colorado, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's near where Joe Ray lives. Like,
of all the places
to have a rental property. I know, right? So that's what I thought was absolutely amazing. Mm-hmm. Brianna's here, says happy Wacko Wednesday.
Is that your cold hand under your blanket?
No, my cold hand is my right hand. It's the one that I have to use to do everything.
What are we gonna do?
I know, right? So Shauna's here, says hello, Autumn Richard. Hello. Yes. Penny said hello, just got startled by the intro. Well, it is quite startling. We've been known to startle some people.
It does that. He says that all the time.
He says, rejoice, for I have arrived for you all to worship me. You're nuts. You're absolutely crazy.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh my gosh. Her power came back on finally. And she's not in a car accident, everyone. So
yes, not her specifically.
Yes. Oh man, Penny said, I wish it were cold here. It was 91 today. That's nuts. Jen said, I refuse to turn the heat on when it'll be 70 in 2 days. That is precisely where we are. But my hand wishes that it was colder. Lindy's here, says, hey guys. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Glad that you're here. Oh wow, Darius is here. Who is all getting notified that I'm in these that I'm going live? I appreciate it.
That's his screen name.
Yes.
A king's eye
visual. A king's eye.
I love it.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, Darius.
Sheila's here, says good evening, Autumn and Richard and my Whack fam.
Loved it.
Mom's here, says yay, it's Whack Wednesday. Howdy, y'all. I know, right?
It's official.
Goomball Awards? said, I'm so happy for some cold weather in Louisville. Kill off those bugs.
I do love me a good Goomba.
Wait till November at least. Goomba. No, I don't know. So Shauna said, oh yeah, I rolled my truck down a 40-foot embankment years ago and the radio was still playing. Literally, what?
Yeah, I think
Chris said I've been in a car accident, and when the car came to a stop, the radio was playing REM's "It's the End of the World." As we know and see, that's crazy.
You know, that's the next question I would ask is how many had those ominous songs play on the radio?
Brianna said I hosted the monthly book club. They left 10 minutes ago. I didn't have to kick them out. Can't miss the Whack Fam again. Well, that's awesome. But look at you having a book club, meetings of people in real life. Jazz Puppy's here. Says hello, Whack Fam.
Hey, Jazz Puppy.
Joyce is here. Says good evening, my amazing Whack Fam. And fantabulous fine weather. Florida went winter on us. Yes, and I've been so cold all day at the craft show. I know how that feels.
Really? In Florida.
I know. It was like the high 50s, so it was.
I know that's definitely winter
for them. Teal's here, says howdy.
Oh, hey Teal.
Yes.
And the wonderful car.
Oh my God, Jackie said the bad thing is about the same time there was a head-on collision and one of them fled on foot and they're running through the fields around our house. Lots of drama in the country today. We've had some pretty dramatic things happen in front of our house too. Amber's here. Says good evening. Brianna said all of my car accidents occurred in my own driveway. Same. I've had to call the insurance 3 times in my life, and they've all been on accidents of me backing out of my driveway and hitting a car, like out of my garage and hitting a car in my driveway. That'll be fun whack trivia. How many car accidents has Autumn gotten in? 3. Where was the location of all those accidents? In her driveway. 2 times I hit my sister Amber's car, and then 1 time I hit my roommate Kiana's car. And I mean, literally, Kiana had just gotten that car.
The car's like moving.
No, they were sitting in a stationary place. I just backed out.
Sometimes when you
Liz is here. Says hello. Oh
no,
still no.
At an angle.
Emmy's here. Says good evening, Whack Fam. Glad I made it to a live this time. I missed last week's. Yes, it was. Emmy. Last week was really fun. Whack trivia was absolutely amazing. Yeah. So
I would say you had a little ruckus.
Chris said, stick your cold hand in Richard's armpit. Problem solved. But I don't have to chalk it off because it'd be too funky. I'd rather have cold hand than stinky hand. So no, I have to keep it.
First of all, you go way too far. Don't let no his thing.
Shauna said Autumn needs a cold mouth hand glove. I mean, I've just been thinking about like getting a glove and just cutting off every part but the literal fingertips that I need to type with. Jory said, yes, that's where I live. Commerce City is long, though. There are good parts and bad parts. Lord, don't we know it, Lord?
It's called a city.
Amber said it was 26 here in Kansas when we woke up. My house was 60 the last 2 days. We are right at 60. We've dipped into the 50s in the early morning.
So go ahead and stuck in that wood.
Oh, my God. Jen said, be careful. Freeze warning tonight? Literally, what? We have to drip the water, so. Yeah. Jazz Puppy said, watching while stuck in traffic due to construction. Eyes on the road, but we're glad that you're here. Oh, Jim is in the house. That's how I'm gonna say that. Oh, Teresa says hit the thumbs up, and I'm gonna have to agree with that. Thank you so much. Matre is here. He says just got home from Mahjong Club. You go to Mahjong Club? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Paul said, I just got mom to bed and y'all popped up on the stream. Hi, Paul. How you doing? Hey. Sarah's here. Says, good evening, my people. Rita's here. Says, good. Hello from Washington State. Hello, yay. Western time. How are you?
Beautiful
Pacific
state.
Time. So
them forests are very serious.
Yes, absolutely. Swilson says this weather changing back and forth in Kentucky has my throat feeling sore and scratchy. Yeah, I'm always stuffy. So.
No, I'm really never.
He said it got so cold here in Houston that I had to put on pants. You're funny. That's funny. So.
I mean, he never does that.
I don't know. Doesn't wear pants. He only wears a shirt. He only wears shirts. Yeah.
Yep, at all the conventions.
Penny said my current car has been hit by a street sweeper and a forklift. I mean, that sounds like our mailbox. Our mailbox just keeps. Getting.
And at that point, that's more like a beat 'em up. Then that's one of those cars.
He said, "No, never drive to Autumn's house." Yeah, don't do it. Don't put your car where cars normally are. You can drive to her
house, just don't leave it.
Yeah, Liz says I back into my son's car in our driveway.
Somebody else
exactly.
And walk away.
Oh, Joyce said at least I've been able to rock my Keto Strong hoodie. See, I love that. Look at that. Absolutely. So, yes. Joe Ray said, Brianna will remember that too. We are the keepers of useless autumn trivia, although lately we've won swag with it. Yeah, so it's not that useless if you can answer questions, but I know I say that. I know who's gonna remember that.
So good.
So
you were so good. The things you put people through.
Yes. It's it's stuff that happens in real life. I would share it with you one way or another.
That is true.
No, she said, what am I remembering? No, my 3 car accidents. That's like 3 questions right there.
Yeah.
How many car accidents have I ever been in? What was the location of all my car accidents? And who did I hit in my 3 car accidents? Like that, those would just be varying degrees of difficulty. That's the word I was going for. Barry said, hey, y'all, we're almost in the 40s now. Oh, my goodness. Yay. Look at that dipping down. D said, evening, good weathers and walk fam. Just waiting for my late dinner to finish in the oven. Made beef enchiladas with Mr. Tortilla, 2-net carb. I saw a Facebook ad for Mr. Tortillas, and I was like, well, look at you, Mr. Tortillas.
If you can use it to do things like that.
I know, right?
Mr. Good stuff.
Oh my God. MG 3919 said, I almost caught my truck on fire today. Bearings locked up and ate up the brakes. Jeez Louise, at least you're able to stop though. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, well, if you got to do that much repair, that's never a good sign.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jerry said when I worked in an office years ago, people would always drive into the pond at the front of the building. Drive into the pond? Literally, what?
Like and not stop?
That's
where they're called belonged.
That is pretty funny. Did I ever tell you about the time?
I was thinking maybe they were fired.
Oh my God. Jen said, are you keeping my BFF Alexander warm? Nah, he's over here just shivering and shaking and shivering. Like, I think he does it on purpose. Sometimes, most of the time when we're not paying attention to him, he's fine. But then like when we just look at him, he's like, oh, I'm so cold. Oh no, help me, mommy. Like, it was all right just a minute ago. But we're gonna get him a sweater. So
yeah. It was a full body like track.
I told you about the time that I worked in my office building, and we literally looked outside of the office building across the street. No, and it was on fire. Like the tree on the outside of the office building was on fire because someone was like smoking out in the back, and they tossed their cigarette, and like they had just went back inside, and the tree caught on fire. We're like, is that a barbecue? It was like February. We're like, it's kind of cold to be that smoky, and then we realized like the tree.
Is that how they knew the fire department?
We called the fire department. We're like, we're looking at a building that's about to catch on fire, and so. It was funny. My boss got up and ran out and like started knocking on the windows. Like, come out here. And then the funny thing is, when they opened the door to see what was going on, he like zoomed past like into their building looking for a fire extinguisher. Then he emerged. Like the whole thing was like, this is crazy. Wow. Like it was amazing. Himself he just definitely.
Did he extinguish anything?
He did extinguish it before they got there. But then like of course 2 minutes later we heard. I'm like, they showed up now.
Stay where you at. We got this. As a matter of fact, mail us a check.
Brianna said, as I turned into my driveway, the person behind me slid in the snow into my yard and hit me. Oh man, it wasn't their car. I felt kind of bad for them. That sucks. We have a left turn in our driveway too. And so I always drive very slow, not to give the car behind me reason to go fast. Like I'm like, look, you're gonna have to pass me. Because you're not going to run into me when I turn into my driveway.
No, I turn my turning signal on immediately as soon as I get remotely close.
Penny said, I think Chihuahuas just shiver when they're excited. Now, he is very shaky and excitable, but I have noticed a shiver, like a specific cold shiver. So. Jory said it was a big pontoon. They would drive in from the street side. I have no idea. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck to say on that one.
Oh my God. He said when I worked at Whataburger, we had a guy turn the wrong way out of the drive-thru into oncoming traffic. That's crazy. I'm not going to sing this, but that's pretty great.
Did you sing it then?
No.
Okay. I thought Brianna was on.
I just said it in my head right then, and that was amazing.
You were so cute.
Yes, that was pretty funny. So okay, let's see. The Keto Auntie's here. Says, "What's up, Whack family?" But I'm here. Well, that's good. I am glad that you're here, Robin. Looks like in the picture. Yes. Paul said good chili weather. Added 2 teaspoons of Dano's spicy to the recipe for the shrimp.
There you go, Paul.
How did you like it? Like for a vat of chili the size that you normally make, would 2 teaspoons really make a difference? That's all I want to know. So.
I mean, maybe you had it on like in one bowl. You put 2 teaspoons.
Exactly. There it is. Rita said, my neighbor put a paper bag of hot ash outside their door and started the door on fire, then tried to blame me for starting it.
What?
None of that makes any sense at all.
Okay, first of all, why would you put hot ash in a paper bag? Why would you put hot ash in any bag?
Yes. I know, and then that close to your house, like
Why would you put hot ash in any bag?
Do you know? Earth? I always think it's so funny. Like on top of our garbage can, there's like "Do not throw hot ashes," and I'm just like, who's just like, let me take these hot ashes and put them directly into the plastic garbage can.
Apparently they don't have.
Mary T said, my best work moment was when I looked out the window across the campus and an empty building was in the air. A boiler had blown up. The Boilermaker student failed that class. Yeah, like how did it? Yes. The building just like stayed together, but it just blew up and then it came back down. Wow. So I think that's amazing.
The water heater blew? The water boiler?
Yeah, like the pressure. Chris said, speaking of chili, anyone watch Ready Set Keto's video about the pumpkin sausage soup? No. That just doesn't sound like something I want. Speaking of chili, though, we had a chili cook-off this past Tuesday. So that's yesterday. We had a chili cook-off yesterday at work.
Oh, okay. I was like, I wasn't involved.
I ate.
You didn't tell me.
It wasn't particularly keto. I didn't really like.
You didn't tell me.
I don't think the chili that I ate had beans in it, but it was brisket chili. Ooh. And I was like, ooh, do I like brisket? Like, I feel like when it was kind of like pulled.
Yes, I do.
It's like pulled brisket, right? Yeah. Like it's like
it can be like accordion.
No, it looked like beef, like roast beef. That's why I got it.
Is it thin, super thin?
It was. It looked like roast, like pot roast almost. You know?
Okay.
I was just like,
roast and
I don't know the difference, but it just looks like you can pull it apart with your fork. This is me really pulling it apart with my fork.
Really good brisket, you can pull it apart with your
fork. I guess sitting in the chili pot in stewing, like it all got very soft and disintegrating.
You definitely can't hurt.
And it was spicy, and I loved it so much. So it was it was really good. I didn't look at the person's name. Yeah, I didn't look at the person's name. Paul said touch of citrus. My daughter knew something had been added. Well, look at that. That's amazing.
Oh,
I know. Chris said, you say that now, you got to try it. I know, right?
Exactly,
but Trey said it doesn't sound good, but it tastes amazing. I mean, I'm sure it does.
That's what
y'all know me.
That's what I mean. I'm like, let's take this risk together.
No.
Pumpkin, sausage. What was the last one?
Yeah, soup. Joe Ray said the pumpkin soup was so good though. At first I was like, I don't know about this. Then you can't stop eating it. I know.
I've done it.
So maybe it was like shredded. Maybe it was shredded. I don't know. But regardless, I couldn't tell it was
probably
brisket.
Shredded. So if you said it was that thin, like you said, it was really.
Teal said no, there was no chunks. It was just shredded. Yeah,
it was probably shredded.
Teal said I just finished the last leftovers of the Keto Chow sausage pumpkin soup. Delicious. Well, look at you guys.
Did everybody make it at one time or something?
I know. Or I was just like, was there like everybody make pumpkin soup day and I didn't know about it? Like, I mean, I would have made it anyway. You know. So let's talk about the title of this video. It's just getting it together, which is what I'm committed to doing. Like, I think in November, I'm going to give myself the challenge. You hear me say challenge? Up until Thanksgiving. But I don't even, probably just up until Thanksgiving. Like, I was calling it like 5-ingredient November. Which I was like,
that rolled off the tongue.
I know, no, it didn't. Anything that like I can't eat. Basically, I'm not gonna eat anything that has more than 5 ingredients. And then I was just like, whole food November. But then I was like, real food November. And then I'm just like, food November. I commit to eating only food in the month of November.
So does that mean that you can only add 5 ingredients to a dish?
No.
Like ingredients only made of 5 things?
No, like the base ingredient, the base thing that I'm eating can only have a max of 5 ingredients.
Okay.
I mean, and there probably won't be any more than that. I mean, because you got to think like cream cheese or sour cream.
Okay, so you're making like crock pot chicken or something.
Yeah, like
5 ingredients right there.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like if I just have steak, that's 1 ingredient. You know, and then I could top that in sour cream because sour cream has like 1 or 2 ingredients in itself, right? So cheese.
This is a day or per meal?
No, like anything that I eat. it's not like I can only have 5 ingredients a day. It's not like, what is that? Guys' grocery games where like I can only eat 5 things.
Okay. So
like,
per meal.
But it's just like anything that I decide to eat has to have a max of 5 ingredients.
So lunch and dinner have 5 ingredients each.
But they don't have to.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
Depending on what you eat.
Basically, the plan is just completely remove processed food from my diet.
There we go. That sounds way easier.
Processed products, And that's what I'm saying. Even though giving myself a cap of 5 ingredients, I really just want to eat whole food like broccoli, butter, steak.
I would just say that
burger, mustard,
don't eat processed food.
That's why I just called it Food November. Like it's just Food
go.
November.
Because a number would throw everything off.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
8 ingredient meal, but what if I want to have a pepper?
No, you're not understanding. There's not a limit to how many ingredients I can have in a particular meal, but the base thing that I use can't have more than 5 ingredients. Okay. Like I could use a pepper and an onion and a cucumber and this because
5,
no, I could still keep going because a cucumber only has 1 ingredient. It's a cucumber. Oh, wow. Like a pepper only has 1. See, none of it's processed. Like the thing itself. Like for instance, I can't use barbecue sauce because it has more than 5 ingredients. But however, if I took some tomato paste and I took some water and I took some this, like if I made it, then I could do it because each of those is a single ingredient food.
Chris Bear's horseradish sauce he made on the boat.
Well, I don't know because
ketchup.
No, ketchup probably had more than 5 ingredients in it.
You're right.
You just my honey buns just don't. You just don't get it. I know y'all get it. He don't have to get it because y'all get it. But I'm just saying, like that's all I'm saying.
So adorable.
Yeah, no, that's all I'm saying.
No, I got you.
So Joy said a friend of mine gave me their. Well, no, because mustard is 1 ingredient, or like mustard and water. It's like 2 ingredients.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mustard? Like it was like 4.
No, like yellow mustard is only like 1 or 2 ingredients. So yeah, and we'll see. And if it turns out to not be, then I can't have it.
I will go with your side.
Yeah. Joyce said a friend of mine gave me their keto chow tomato basil, and I want to make chili with it. Well, that sounds good.
That does sound good.
Brianna said I haven't made the pumpkin soup yet because I'm lazy. It has a lot of ingredients, and I'm lazy.
Oh
that's pretty funny.
Definitely won't hit out.
No veg November. No, that's not it. I'm definitely having vegetables. So
yeah.
No nonsense November. Like all of this
like
fun
that.
Alliteration is really fun. So
like you said, back to you November.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. That should keep you off packaged food. That is all I'm really saying.
No, that is smart, basically.
We
just say it in a wonderful type of way.
Yes, exactly. So that's basically what I'm going with. So
a way to keep you on track.
Yeah.
You won't
So yes. So Chris said no processed food. Exactly. So essentially no cheese, no butchered beef. Yeah, exactly. Because all those things are technically processed. I know, Mr. Literal Technical, but I will also not be having any smoked brisket. So
washed eggs?
No. I mean, if I'm like, that's why I'm saying that's why I'm not saying processed food, right? Because pretty much everything we eat, unless you grow it and kill it yourself, if you buy it from a grocery store, it has been processed in some way. Exactly, right? So that's not what I'm saying. Oh, Sheila said natural November. Look at that. Exactly.
And they both got in.
Another vote for no nonsense November. Yep. Exactly.
Naturally no
exactly.
nonsense
Jen
November.
said hide those keto crisp bars, hide the keto chow. Yeah, exactly. Just snacks and stuff like that. So tomato paste and grated horseradish. That would be good. Yeah, but see, whenever I'm feeling zippy, yeah, I'll get into those, and I'm not going to do that. So yeah, I'm just saying, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I just need to get over all of that nonsense.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. Gina said, so simple, you won't need a spreadsheet in November. Exactly.
There we go. But
Mary T said, I did just order $220 worth of carnivore snacks, but it's just meat and salt there. Yeah, see, so technically, I could have carnivore snacks because they're 2 ingredients, right? So just because
you hear, but
it like goes to show, just because something is unprocessed doesn't mean it could be inherently healthy, but because just something is packaged doesn't mean it's inherently unhealthy, right? So yeah, so it's just like all of those things.
That's why we have to pay attention to everything every day.
Yes. So exactly. So that's just what I'm specifically giving myself the challenge of doing. Jen said,
you're
I
doing
have a
it
secret stash of
successful so
carnivore
far.
snacks in my closet I'm saving for Halloween weekend. I love that. That would be a great time to eat
Ooh,
them.
if only we could save carnivore snacks.
I know, they're already all gone. They're already all gone. So
I have one pork loin in there.
Yeah, I don't want that. So yeah, so
such a beautiful fat cat.
You see, he says stuff like that on purpose because he knows I don't want it. So, but that's just what I'm working on. It's just like I was talking to Jen, and I was just like, it's been like this year. I probably haven't gone 2 weeks straight keto. You know, like, and here's the thing.
This whole year.
Here's the thing. My goal is to no longer be keto, quote unquote. Like, it's just to eat a healthy diet, like the proper human diet. Let's just call it that, right? Like, because I was thinking, because Brian, you don't know you did this. Kabuto Brian, you commented on a video from 2020.
Oh, geez.
And I watched that entire video of myself. First of all, I saw Milton, and I was like, oh, Milton. And I saw DJ. But secondly, I was so much thinner, or I weighed so much less, or I had so much less body fat. However you want to put it, I looked so different. And I was just like, I definitely want to look like that again, right? And so if I want to actively change the composition of my body, if I actively want to change the state of my current health, I've got to do something different. But at the same time, people say, take it back to the basics. What did you do to lose weight in the very beginning? Well, you guys, back in 2017, when I first started keto, I was eating, low carb tortillas in an Atkins bar every day. Like I was eating processed food every single day. So it's just like, I don't even want to do that anymore, So it's like, it's not even a matter of just replicate the thing you had, because that just goes to show you can lose weight eating 20 net carbs, eating a Quest bar or two every single day. I mean, I did it for like 3 years, right? It's just, it still didn't help me. So,
so what does that lead you to now? No
processed food. Like that's just kind of what I do for me.
Where you're at.
Yes,
now. Until the end of the year, or are we thinking about doing this like?
No, just like one day at a time, essentially. Okay. Gina said, question, does bacon make anyone else sick? That's a hard no for me. Paul said, watch Autumn kind of keto. Yeah, I was kind of want to change it, like watch Autumn exist, because that's just what I'm doing. So
I mean,
that's really what I'm focusing on, because here's the thing. I went to the PhD summit, and if they just released a little recap video, which was super duper cute. But then I was really psyched to like do beef, butter, bacon, and eggs and carnivore. And I was like, I'm gonna give it a carnivore 90-day challenge. Like, I can't do that. I need fiber. Like, carnivore does not work. Exactly. Carnivore does not work for me. So it's just like, I have to be smarter about, and that's another thing. Back when I started keto in 2017, I had all of my intestines, so like things have changed, right? So I've got to work a little better on dealing with the situation I have now.
I mean, so not doing as much keto will make you look like you used to look in the video that we're getting at.
I don't know what not doing as much keto means.
Well, you said you're changing it to watch Autumn exist.
Oh no! I mean, the proper human diet is essentially a ketogenic.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So why did you say you're just being silly, saying you're not going to?
Well, no, because I mean, if you want to call it like a whole foods keto approach, but I would.
Well, I mean, keto is Keto's under an umbrella of just.
Brenda said, but your body responds differently over time. What I ate 2 years ago to lose weight doesn't work anymore. I got to change it up. That's exactly how it is too. Yeah, meat, a few veg you like, butter on your veg, eat for hunger. Yeah, that's just kind of what I need to.
I mean, that's the point I'm getting at. Is you're like, I'm doing like you're still keto, like you're still under the umbrella of keto. You're still healthy. You're not going to just eat a bunch of potato chips or nothing.
Well, I'm not doing the standard American diet. Yeah, exactly.
But none of us are on here. Like, that's the point. Is like you're still mostly keto and you're still walking that same path. You just want to change it up based on your particular physiology. You know what I mean?
Exactly what my husband said. Yeah. I agree with him completely. Dee said, I think 2020 was the year everyone was in their lowest before the pandemic hit. I know I hit a goal and then slowly but surely regained it all, working my way back down now, even though it's slower this time. Yeah, that's just that's just it.
Well, the point I was getting at was that you literally said earlier that you were watching a video and you wanted to be that person before. And I'm like, what's the plan to do that?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. I look at that person, like I can't ever look at a smaller me and be like, I got to do whatever it takes to get back down to that. Like I can't do that, like because I do extreme things. I get to that weight. And then I just go off the rails. Like I no longer have a goal weight, a goal body, a goal anything. Like I have a goal. I have goal habits.
Yes.
And a goal lifestyle.
Okay.
Now, what I believe truly is that if I implement those goal habits and lifestyle consistently, my body has no choice but to release excess body fat. Like my body does not want to hang on to all of this.
There you go.
If I am a healthy person. So I assume that by living that goal lifestyle and living those goal habits, I will get to a place where I am thinner, but I'm not eating in a way specifically to get to that person. I just can't do that anymore. So Joy said, would ketovore work for you? I don't even know what that means. I know it's a mixture of keto and carnivore. I feel like that's what I do anyway. Like, so it would just be keto. I don't know. I don't know specifically.
I think honestly, personally speaking, is you've gotten out of the whole measure way and things that you love to do. Like you haven't measured and you haven't put a chart together in a month and not 3 months or something.
Lynette said there are different ways to keto. Everyone needs to figure out what works best for them. Now that I agree with. Kathy Peace here says hello.
That's
Wack Ram from Wacka Wednesday, tuning in late, but we're glad that you're here.
Watch out, no one's keto is the same keto. So your keto ain't gonna be like everybody else's. We're all trying to make your body go into ketosis.
Hashtag ditch the goal weight. Yeah, talk for your 2023 conferences. I should do that.
There you go.
So like I have no idea what you were just saying, but I want to say something along those lines.
Everybody's keto is your own lane. Like keto doesn't. Everybody has a different style of keto. You mix more fiber into yours because of your lower intestine. Some people can't. Heath, on the other hand, he needs more meat because of his body. Everybody's different. So we find our own. It's still under the umbrella of you trying to get your body into ketosis. So whatever you want to call it, it has 1,000 names nowadays. Call it whatever you want to make you feel better. Yeah. But we're all on the same path of getting healthy, and that's the main goal right there. That will get you your video of what the caboodles were looking at earlier. You're like, that's the other person right there. Yeah. That'll get you there.
That other person. So
your younger self.
But but here's what I did want to say. But after a month of just eating no processed foods and seeing what my results are, there may be a time when I go back to paying closer attention to my macros and my calories. So maybe I might create a spreadsheet, for about a week or something like that, just to see, because I love my spreadsheets and I love my data, but I need.
Are you just data burnt out right now?
Well, it's not. I'm conflicted, right? It's like, do I need my spreadsheets in order to build habits, or do I need to build habits before I go back to my spreadsheets?
That's a good question.
Because
philosophical.
Because that's my thing. Like when my spreadsheets keep me in line, I don't really feel like I'm learning a lesson. I feel like this outside force is forcing me to do something, and I can do it.
Outside power.
Even though it's me, even though it's me, but because I'm so motivated by achievement and by checking things off a list.
Yes, you are.
That I'll go outside of my character for the simple sake of just doing that, right? But then when there's no list to check off, when there's no plan,
you feel a peace of mind.
I have no reason to not just go nuts, Whereas
that's dangerous for you, though. You've said that many times.
Exactly. Whereas if I establish the habits beforehand, then I am giving myself that internal, discipline. But at the same time, I haven't really been doing good. It's kind of been my goal to establish those habits the whole year. And we're in October and I still ain't quite got it right. You were
doing charts up until March?
So, so that's what I'm saying. So maybe the charts kept me in line. So it's just I always go back and forth.
I think you've clearly said you're not an intuitive eater. You can't just make it up as you go. That's literally not how you're built. You need a structured something. Yeah. What that structure looks like is on you.
Yeah. Paul said healthy is better target than weight. You're right.
Yes.
So
100%
the
agree,
keto auntie
Paul.
said my November challenge until Thanksgiving. I'm going carnivore and keto chow. Love it.
Well,
Jess
I'm already
is here.
keto chow.
I know,
you
right?
had me a keto
Dee
chow.
said, did you ever dabble with carb cycling? I've been doing that since the start of my journey. Reach goal during it and can still get into ketosis 5 or 6 days on, 1 or 2 off.
See?
I'm just not paying that much attention to it right now. So
the,
that's what I'm saying. I'm just
you just
like,
chart it out.
I struggle between I just want to eat every day. Like I just want to eat food and not have it be this science experiment.
You chart it out.
But secondly, you know, like that's what I mean eating intuitively. Like if I just, you know, the beef, butter, bacon, eggs mentality is like if you just eat those things, just eat as much as you want till you're full and don't weigh or measure anything, right? But then there's also like there is a very scientific approach that an analytical approach you can take to it and find success, right? So,
well, I mean, burnout is real. You can get burned out of a lot of things. You don't have to necessarily be any one thing. You can have chart
Mary
burnout.
T said everybody's different. The principle is the same. Dr. Barry nails it with the proper human diet tag. If you eat no processed food, you will feel better, guaranteed. Yeah. Eat like your great grandma did. Yeah, I agree. So
you just need to take an Excel time off.
Yeah, Kathy, but I've taken it off for the past 8 months. I haven't used the chart in 8 months, and it's literally gotten me nowhere. So I'm just like,
one of those you're gonna have to have enough. I've had all I can stand, and I can't stand it no more. So
Kathy P said health and habits goals trump weight goals. Yeah, weight goals will follow. That's why I don't really have a weight goal. Yes. But at the same time, yes, I really do need to put a plan in place. Like I think I talked about this on Sunday. I've been avoiding putting a plan in place so that I don't have any accountability. And it's just like,
you just talked about that.
I didn't really have a plan, so it doesn't matter if I deviate from the plan. Yeah, I said I didn't want to eat off keto today, but somebody brought the stuff into work and I didn't really say I wasn't going to. I might as well. It's just all of that. Like without a real plan, the rationalization is real.
I think Mary T says before, it's easy to lie to yourself.
Exactly.
You can trick yourself into 1,000.
Lynette said my work is having a weight loss challenge that goes through Thanksgiving. It has made me really step up my game. I love that for you.
Yeah. No.
Brianna said I've been really struggling to lose weight this year. It occurred to me that after my surgery, I dropped 25 pounds in 6 weeks. I wonder if I messed up my metabolism and that's why I'm struggling. That's a lot of change for your body. Yeah, maybe it's going through.
That's real too.
Just that I was playing the guitar and I was like, am I missing something? That's how I feel about it. I haven't watched Jen's interview with Lindy and I was just like, I missed that yesterday. Was it yesterday? I was like, I totally missed that. I should go back and watch that. So like, well, am I missing something? So Jen said, have you had a full metabolic panel and other blood work done? So I've had a metabolic panel, in terms of all of my, blood numbers. I don't know if you call it a metabolic panel, but I mean, I have my blood sugar and I had recently had my A1C. I would like my insulin, my fasting insulin tested, but I mean, they don't even do that at the doctor. Like they just don't do that stuff.
You sure they just stick another needle or somewhere?
Yes. He said I've been using that approach for nearly 4 years, probably the BBBE. Yeah, I mean, good for you.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Joyce said I still remember your sticker board, but here's the thing. I remember my sticker board too. It was fun, but it never lasts. Nothing I do ever lasts.
What is your sticker board?
It's like when I put a sticker, each time I did something, drink a gallon of water, or drink something, exercise, I got a sticker. But it's just like
it's like flax crackers.
Kathy P said diet fatigue is real. Sometimes you need to change focus and eat healthy and enough. Exactly. So.
It reminds me of when you're depressed or something. It changed a lot, but people don't even notice. It just rearranged your room.
Yeah, Jess said BBBE broke my line stepping over habit. I always want to step slightly outside the lines I draw for myself. Yeah, that's where I'm going with natural November, going with Sheila's. It's just
go, Sheila.
I need to draw the hard line of no processed food, right? Yeah. But at the same time, not the Chris Bear definition of processed food.
Just don't go into the freezer.
Reasonably processed, very minimally processed whole
food. The spoilage area.
Yeah.
On the outsides of the store.
Because I know, sure, is mustard processed? Yes, yellow mustard is processed, but it's not a Quest bar. I have to draw that line. I've just got to get the packaged snacks and stuff out of my habits for like a month at least.
There you go. And it's possible.
Yes. D said, you just have to know yourself and what will be sustainable for you. Hubby and I knew we couldn't do 24/7, so we planned for it and had success. Don't put yourself in a box. Exactly. Do what you think will work. Yeah, and that's what that's where I have to be. Like, couldn't do keto 24/7. Yeah. So that's the real, like, I'm also trying to integrate it into real life. Like, and I heard Matt and Mega talk about this a long time ago, and it's really kind of stuck with me about, like, there are different times in your life where you're eating for different reasons, or you're trying to accomplish different things, right? Like, on an everyday basis, you want to strive to think as optimally as you can and operate as optimally as you can and have no brain fog and lots of energy and things like that. That should, and you know what? A keto lifestyle will help you operate like that. So that makes sense. But there's going to be times in your life, say a holiday, say a vacation, where your goal is not to operate optimally, right? Your goal might be to relax or to take it slow. Like, so you don't necessarily have to eat in a way that aligns with that. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes on a vacation, your goal is to live optimally. Like, I need to be able to climb this mountain on this vacation I'm going on and things like that, right? Yes. So it's just every day in your life is not the same. So you shouldn't strive to eat the exact same way every single day. And I've kind of learned about that in the past couple of years as well, like with working out, like when you work out harder and on some days than others, it's not about doing the exact same thing every day. It's about, like, naturally going in the rhythm of what your body wants. Anyway, there you go.
And it's about just
Penny said fasting, insulin, A1C, C-peptide, if nothing else. No, I haven't had those. Mental health is what doctor does that?
More important.
Yes. Than what Mary T said, Nurse Cindy is the poster child for doing it for health and letting the weight loss come. You just got to keep on going keto or per a proper human diet every day. Just eat, stop letting food run your life. Preach. I know, right?
The battles are waged up here. Once we figure that out, then everything else is a straight line.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Yeah. Joy said, I've just been listening to my body. Am I really hungry? Yeah. And that is what the problem is, you guys, I just push past it. Like, I recognize it. Like, am I really hungry? I should be asking myself, am I really hungry right now? Am I really hungry? No, I'm not really hungry. But you know what? I'm going to eat anyway. Yeah. Like, I really do stop and ponder and think, and I just push past it, right? So what is that thing that's going to be like, oh, now I will turn around and sit down, right? It's simply a choice. It's a choice.
I mean, people say it's like any other addiction. It's like, once you gotta always remember that's a slippery slope. Like, you can dab your toe into it, but know that you can fall and fly straight down 6 months later, and then you're farther away from where you would like to be.
Yes. So all of that, but like, so I feel like it comes down to a choice, but choices are made easier by habits, right? And so I know that by just instilling the habits that I try to live every day, it'll make those choices easier. So
it's about repetition.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
Like you getting your knee reflexes up.
Yes.
Yeah. Just know that
Jess
you're not
said,
alone.
sometimes I fall into a halo top habit and get to the point that the depression and the farts are so insurmountable. Did you say farts? Oh, I just have to stop myself. I think
that's the bottom line. Is nothing you go through is,
I don't dab, I belly flop. I know, right? So
we all go through it.
No, I never liked Halo Top. I like Rebel too. But once again, I really just want to stay away from processed foods as much as possible.
And you got this for how many days?
The month of November until Thanksgiving. I'm giving myself. I'll probably, don't get me wrong, I'll also probably eat something processed at Friendsgiving. Like, it'll be keto, but like, if there's that pecan pie stuff that was there last year, like, I'm eating that, right? And so here's another thing. I'm also planning ahead for times that, like, okay, it won't make sense for me to try to attempt this on this day, right? Yes. Every other day I can do, there's no reason for me not to. But there will be a few days where it doesn't make sense for me to try to attempt that.
So more like 30 days. 30 days from today. Starting today, 30 days.
No, because Friendsgiving is on the 12th. Like, that's not going to be. It's not about necessarily doing them perfectly in a row. Okay. It's taking a look at my actual life and actual schedule and picking out the times where it doesn't make sense to try to do it, but do it every single other time. Because that's really where I struggle. It's not like the special occasions or the time where like, you know what, like this, like at work, the chili potluck, that chili was delicious. I ate the chili. I ate some cornbread. Yeah. I was just like, this was great. Like, I don't feel like any sort of way about enjoying that. Like, that was good, right? But it's like every other time of, okay, well, now that doesn't mean I should stop for a Blizzard on the way home, which I didn't. But I'm just saying, or it's like, you know what I'm feeling? Good job done. So what? I want to go get some ice cream. You know, like it's about not those times, making the good choices, right? And so that's what I'm really focusing on is the down days, like the days where I'm just like, today's a regular day. Today is Thursday. You don't get Chick-fil-A, you know, like don't do that, right? Yeah. Whereas it's just like, oh, new hire week is coming up next week. Maybe I want a breadstick. New hire week is this week. They had Olive Garden today. I was not there. And tomorrow they're having Chick-fil-A. I will not be there. But it's just like,
if you were, you wouldn't be able to hold off.
I don't know if I would have made the choice to be like, I'm gonna try it this week. Well, because I think we had salsaritas on Monday and I didn't have any tortilla chips or anything, like, because I just didn't, you know, like I was in a good place, right?
So it just depends on the day.
Yeah. So it depends on the day, but I'm trying to
make them less.
I'm trying to make them less, and I'm trying to decide before I get into the situation. Okay. Like I'm trying to decide at the beginning of the day or the beginning of the week. You know what? Yeah. Friday is Blaze Pizza. I haven't had Blaze Pizza in a long time, and I like Blaze Pizza. I will eat Blaze Pizza on Friday. But I didn't say I was going to eat Olive Garden on Wednesday. I didn't say I was going to eat Chick-fil-A. Yes. Like, you know, so it's just like choosing the specific times, right?
It's literally what we all go through on the way to work every day.
Yeah.
It's like how many advertisements we pass up for a quick frappuccino thingamabob or a nice sandwich McMuffin or something. It's like we were bombarded with advertisements all the time. We have to get our blocker strong. Get our blocker strong, everybody. Get your shields up.
Yeah.
We're inundated with it at all times.
Yeah. D said everyone in here knows that eating low carb keto carnivore is the optimal way to eat, but we live in an imperfect world and we're not perfect either. So you just have to give yourself some grace. Right. Yeah, I've realized that too, of just like, yes, in a perfect world, I would never consume a processed product ever again. In a perfect world, they would never allow to be on the shelves and be sold to us. Like that is the part that I don't like. But real life is that there are food drugs on the shelves and they taste delicious, and you know, sometimes I'm going to eat them, right? And so instead of just never attempting to, you know, instead of tricking myself into or lying to myself and saying I'm swearing off that stuff, I'm never doing it again, I want to find a way to, you know, Jen said be a moderator and not an abstainer. And I was like, I don't want to have it moderately. I want to have it sparingly, to be a sparing, you know, just to be able to eat it and to.
I guess one person's moderate is one person sparingly.
I mean, exactly, right? But regardless, right? It's all semantics at that point. So
I think you get the point, what she's going with. I think that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, for my boys said I'm in a similar situation. It's excuses. Exactly. I'm not getting anywhere because I keep giving myself ways out. Exactly. It's just choices every single day. And so
you have, in my personal opinion, you just ain't hit your wall yet. You got to smack your wall. Until your wall smacks you where you're mad at yourself and you absolutely want to change everything you're doing, it's going to keep happening. I mean, yay.
At a certain time, it comes down to how bad
we all go through it. You are not alone. So. We all have these same emotions.
Oh man, Paul said some things just aren't food to me anymore. Like bread, it smells funky to me now. Bread is, I love bread. But there are some things. That's how I am with
sodas.
That's how I feel. I like regular soda. Honestly, like any fruit punch, fruit drink, simply lemonade, like any sugared beverage is not food to me anymore. Like I will never.
I can do some lemon. It ain't gotta be like sugar lemonade.
But then there's also like Twinkies. That's not food. Like, like I mean, like any like really highly processed snack food like that. I'm just like, can't do that.
Any cupcake, ho-ho, ding dong.
Yeah, any of those things. And I used to live off them things as a kid. So it's just like getting to a point, but it's just the habits. It's just I remember a time in life where like everything that I didn't want to eat was grayed out, right? Like all that was in color was the real whole food that I wanted to eat, right? Everything else was grayed out. Right now everything is kind of in color and it's like, sensory overload, you know? But I want to get back to the point where I just slash things out.
It's a roller coaster. You're going through one of these.
Yes.
You need to wait till we hit one of these.
Jen said food addiction sucks and it's insidious about talking you into giving into it. Exactly. I love that. Just like Dr. Sivas says too. I mean, yeah, he's real big on just like food addiction. Get real with yourself. Stop rationalizing and lying to yourself. He calls that the fat head. Like the fat head will say, "Oh, I know you said you didn't want to, but just do it this one time." I was like, "Oh, he's legitimately talking about me right now."
Like you said earlier,
you just have to recognize
stop by Chick-fil-A and Dairy Queen on the way home.
Yeah,
the fat head would have been like, "Well, it's already
you already done it once.
Let's just get it over with. Get it and you waking up in the morning, got chocolate all in your shirt.
Oh my
like,
God.
what did I do?
So
I can tell you the road. We followed together.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what you did.
Penny says insidious is the perfect description. It is the perfect description.
Ooh.
I'll look up the definition of the word insidious.
It means
I know how to paraphrase it, but I just want the actual definition so that you can see.
Paraphrasing it means
yeah. Oh my gosh. Now only the movie came up. Proceeding in a gradual, subtle way, but with harmful effects. So it's gradual and it's subtle. Just like Dr. Berry says that we're slowly poisoning ourselves for decades by consuming the standard American diet, like harmful effects. Like insidious is legitimately the word to describe that. It really is,
and it's a freaky movie.
Yes, and it's also a freaky movie. So okay. Well, guys, if you didn't know this, The Mole was one of my favorite reality television shows from the early 2000s, hosted by Anderson Cooper. It is a reality competition game show where like strangers are put together in a competition sort of situation. And their goal is to win money for like a shared pot that one of them will eventually win at the end. So all of the challenges that they do put money into a shared pot. So the goal is to do anything to get money into that pot. Well, somewhere in the ranks, there is one player that is the mole. Someone that has been hired by the television show as an insider to secretly sabotage the entire game, right? And so the mole tries to discreetly sabotage and keep money out of the pot. And at the end, the way people get kicked off is every episode they have to take a quiz on who they think the mole is, and the person that gets the most wrong answers, meaning you don't know who this person is, like they get kicked out. Right. Aww, and that was literally one of my favorite reality TV shows that was in the early 2000s.
Agreements on here.
Yes. We loved The Mole. Oh, I'm watching it on I know. So that's what I was going to tell you. Netflix picked it up. There is a new season and I'm watching it right now. Yeah. All of that's to say is I'm going to get back to watching it right now.
Thank goodness
alas,
the Oculus charged.
Oh my God, Jen, you should have seen us. We was bowling and we was playing. I was playing tennis. My tennis racket turned into a fish. Why would they do that to me? So it's really great. But all that to say is I'm going back to watching The Mole. Everybody have a great evening and we'll talk to you on Sunday. Bye.
Bye y'all.